everyone, welcome back to Design with me, Ashley D. You'll want to join me today because we'll have a lot to unpack in this video. So go ahead, get your popcorn ready or get your favorite meal ready. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into this video. So we are talking about gift giving guides in this video for everyone in the family. We are also going to discuss in this video today hosting. We're going to talk about some hosting tips that y'all are going to want to stay tuned for, right? Because in particular, when it comes to hosting, we are talking about hosting stations. So definitely stay tuned for that. All right, so let's get into this video, right? So let's talk about hosting. In particular, let's talk about hosting stations. All right, so I like to call these stations, or you can call these hosting zones, but it's something to make you and your guest feel, of course, special and to make the night go more seamless and more smooth, right? It's nothing like last minute guests rushing through those front doors asking, do you have gift wrapping paper? Do you have tape? Do you have scissors? Or do you have boxes for those last minute gifts to go in, right? So tip number one for hosting is create a gift wrapping station. I've seen people put gift wrapping stations down into little carts that they can move in and out of the space. I think that those are the easiest and cutest ways to do this particular zone, is to have a cart that you can move in and out of the space that has these gift wrapping paper, tape, and scissors and things on it. I'll make sure to list down below in the description bar. I have links to everything that you will need in order to have a successful hosting station, right? All right, so when it comes to the hosting station, right, of course, gift cards, regular Christmas cards, boxes, bags, and then optional, you can have bows and ribbons, right? They're not necessary, they're not really necessary, but they're also a nice added touch to make the gift look extra cute if you're all about aesthetics like me. So you can find a lot of these things at your local TJ Maxx HomeGoods, but if you don't want to venture outside and you want everything to come to your front door, then I do have some Amazon links linked down below in the description bar. And I did want to make a note as far as Amazon. If you do click on any of these links, they are commissionable links, and I do receive a small portion of those proceeds from the links that you click. So I would definitely appreciate it if you would click on those links in order. So we talked about the gift wrapping station, right? So the next station that you need to have, of course, is a hot cocoa station with all of the fixings, right? So you can have some candy canes, some chocolate, some shaved chocolate, and you can have, of course, melted chocolate at the station, and marshmallows. And I love the fact that they not only have regular marshmallows, but they also have the minted marshmallows, and my daughter absolutely loves those things. I don't particularly eat marshmallows unless they're on a s'more, but she absolutely loves those things. So that is a nice extra special touch for the kids. And of course, you could top it off with extras like candy canes. You can have like other little balls of chocolate that can melt down or go down in the hot chocolate as well. The Ferrero Rochers are my favorite, so you can also have that. I've seen people use, of course, all types of nuts as well, like almond and cashew nuts for their hot chocolate. So there's endless possibilities. And of course, I have some of those hot chocolate kits from Amazon linked below as well for you. Along with a hot chocolate station, you also want to have a drink station ready, right? So you want to go ahead and have your holiday sangria ready, or your eggnog daiquiri ready for people to drink on and sip on as soon as they come into your house, right? So you want to go ahead and set up that drink station with cups and with garnishments if you would like. But you want to already have that set up so when your guests come in, they can seamlessly flow into your Christmas party without hesitation, right? So all the drinks and stuff are already prepared because you will have these zones, right? Or these stations. Next thing that you will want to have is a game station, right? So with hosting, of course, we can't be in 50 million places at once, right? So you want to give your guests something to do after they grab their drink. So of course, have different games situated there that people can play. You can have a deck of cards. That's always the most simplest, easiest thing to get. Or my new favorite game, Phase 10, and I have that link below. This game isn't new, it's been out for a while, but I say it's new to me, right? It's called Left, Right, Center. So that's also a new game that you can also play. And then, of course, I will list some down below that are family games when everybody kind of gets there and gets settled in, that you can play as a group that are also pretty fun to play. And then lastly, I wanted to make sure that I note our family favorite that we play is Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, and then they also have newer versions of the game as well that I will list down below in the description box. Last but not least, you will want to have an optional cozy station. Now you can make this as basic or as elaborate as you would like to make it, but I am here to give you ideas on basic stuff or ideas on making it as elaborate as possible, right? All right, so some of the more basic things that you can have in this cozy station, especially if you're a germaphobe and you don't like people walking around with their shoes on in your house, you can have holiday socks or booties for them to put on, like booties or slippers, right, for them to put on as soon as they walk through the door, right? Your guests will love this, of course, because it's festive and they get to keep them, right? At the end of the day, they get to go home with these. And then for your cozy station, you can get as elaborate as adding blankets or throws. And also add, if your guests are staying over, you can also add, in your hosting, you can also add monogrammed stockings with toiletries, because we know somebody's going to forget a toothbrush, or they're going to forget their toothpaste, or something or another. So you want to make sure to throw those toiletries in there. Your guests will thank you, right? One year I did monogram stockings when everybody came to stay at our house, and I also upgraded the toiletries inside of the stocking. I upgraded the soaps to, instead of dial soap, we used Man Bar, soaps for the men. And then I had, some upgraded soaps for the women from HomeGoods. We also can upgrade we can upgrade the toothbrushes that you put in there, as well as the toothpaste that you put in there as well, and the mouthwash. And I'll make sure, if you want to build this, guys, I will already have the kit link for you down below in the description bar for you to order. And best part about this is it comes straight to your door. All right, so we've talked about hosting, right? So okay, Ash, what if I'm not the host, right? What if I am coming to someone who is hosting a party, right? So your host will love it if you bring things that they can use during the party. So one of those things being that we mentioned before is a hot cocoa bar. You can bring the ingredients for a hot cocoa bar. So your host will love if you do come in with that. And then another idea I have, you see these little miniature trees all over the place, right? So they have what's called drink bulbs, and I'll make sure to pop a picture of that up in the corner here. So there are drink-sized ornaments to where you can put little drinks or little shots inside of the ornament, and you can hang them on the tree, and you can find out if your host likes, white liquor or dark liquor, if they prefer, either one. And you can also make or if they like, if they don't like those, if they would prefer wine, but you can fill them up with any type of drink that you would like. You can also fill some up with non-alcoholic drinks if you have non-alcoholic drinkers there, and you can also fill the other half up with alcoholic drinks, and bring this little cute tree in for everyone to drink off of, right? But again, your host will absolutely love you if you come through the door donning this gift. Bring monogrammed linen-like throwaway paper towels, right? I have some that I will link down below in the description bar that are absolutely excellent, cute, and they will go with any style decor. And of course, your guests will love this as well, because they can go ahead and throw this right in their bathroom, right? You can pair this with a luxurious soap, hand soap from HomeGoods, one of my favorite stores. Y'all are gonna hear me mention HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, even Hobby Lobby so much in these videos. So I'm pretty sure you guys are used to it by now if you have been following this channel for a while, right? But this one smells absolutely amazing, and it's only $6.99, right? From TJ Maxx HomeGoods. Pair this again, guys, with those monogrammed linen-like throwaway towels, and you got you a hit at the holiday party. Okay, so another gift that you could also bring for your holiday party, if you are gift giving, if you're in the gift giving mood for your host, is you could bring cookies, right? So you can bring all the ingredients, dry ingredients, for baking cookies, and they can also bake those. And they can also bake those cookies. You know, if you need to travel, you can bring the dry ingredients. But if the person's not far away, you can also pick up the wet and dry ingredients for baking cookies. And this is something that your host will love. This is just another tip for your holiday shopping, right? Don't forget the store that's almost on every little corner, right? I'm talking about Walgreens, guys. Walgreens right now has a lot of the holiday items marked 30 to 50% off, guys. So make sure you head to your local Walgreens to pick up gifts. And I say this to say, one of the gifts that you can give your host is a Toasty Mallow Flameless Indoor S'mores Maker Kit, right? These things retail for about 40 bucks. But I picked this up at my local Walgreens, y'all, for less than 20 bucks. And if you're an avid Walgreens shopper like me, you know those cantina bucks add up pretty quickly, right? So I was able to get $10 off this thing and pay just $10 again for this indoor s'mores maker. It's flameless. It will make your s'mores in a matter of seconds. And so this is perfect to give the host as a hosting gift when you come in the door. And if you pay 10 bucks for yours like me, you can also go in and get the candy or the chocolate. You can get the marshmallow, and you can get the graham cracker to go ahead and already put that together. Go ahead and make a full kit to put it together to already be ready made. Like giving half a gift and having to go to the store to get the rest of it, especially when everything is closed for the holidays, guys. So one big thing that I will say, if you can afford it, is try to get the full gift instead of giving only a partial part of the gift, especially if you are gifting these items on Christmas Eve, right? Because we know a lot of the stores are closed Christmas Day, and then they close early on Christmas Eve, and then they're closed Christmas Day. So if they want to use it, it's hard to get a lot of those items last minute. But if you walk through the door with the s'mores maker as well as everything you need to make a s'more, your host will love it. It's the part of this video where we discuss hosting and, of course, hosting gifts. Let's get into the best part of this video, which is our gift giving guide. Let's start with the little babies, right? So let's say for the little baby in your life, you're like, Ashley, they can't really talk yet. I don't know what to get them. You know, what is a great gift that maybe you don't have any kids, so you have no idea where to start, right? Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you out, right? So a good place to start is developmental toys. They have so many unique things, especially with the way technology is going now. They have a lot of things out now that even when my kids, they're 8 now, even when they were little kids, they didn't have these items out when they were babies. But one in particular item that I wanted to talk about today, and I'm going to pop it up on the screen, is this musical baby crawler, right? So it'll grow with the baby. So it will stay stationary before the baby starts crawling, and then once you see that they are ready to start taking off, you can change the stage of this toy. I believe this toy comes in 3 to 4 different stages, so it will grow with your baby. Again, it'll stay stationary and play music and lights and entertain them all the way up until they're ready to start crawling, and they can start chasing, y'all. This is the best part about this toy. The toy will actually get a layout of your room and will let the baby chase it around the room, avoiding heavy objects like sofas and coffee tables and things. So you definitely want to add this on your list when it comes to the babies in your life. And also, I just wanted to let you know that these products are in no shape or way sponsored. I am doing what I feel like, or I'm suggesting what I feel like is best as a gift So I wish I could be sponsored, but we are going to speak it into existence, right? That one of these days I will be sponsored by one of these big companies. And this is a skip hop toy, and it could be picked up at Carter's, amongst other stores as well. But Carter's is the main one that pops up, and I believe Walmart might have it as well. But check your local Carter's. We're almost done with the babies, right? So I did want to onesies, y'all, depending on the baby's age. If the baby is 5 to 6 months old, you want to get 6 to 9 month onesies. If the baby is 6 to 9 months, you want to get 12 to 18 month onesies or items, right? So we want to think about the season that they were born in and when the baby shower was, right? So if they had a warm baby shower, chances are they received warm items, right? But if you're in the cold winter months, then you might want to go ahead and get some cold winter items, because I'm pretty sure that mom would appreciate it, because she probably didn't get enough of those items at the baby shower if her baby shower was in the warm months, and vice versa. If the mom had her baby shower in the winter months, she might have gotten a lot of long sleeve winter month type clothes and items, as where, you know, she would appreciate if you gave her some more springtime or kind of warmer weather items, right? So just keep that in mind. Also keep in mind the child's age that they will be during those times. The rule of thumb is you want to at least buy 3 to even 6 months bigger than the child currently is, right? Because you want to make sure the child can fit into those items. Just keep in mind the age of the child when it comes to them using your item. Now we're moving on to kids, right? In particular, kids who have pretty much everything they need. They get gifts year round. They're pretty spoiled like my children, and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I need to get them? Because they have pretty much everything they need, right? So this is for the children that, you know, get gifts year round, have everything they need. And this is also for the children that are in the middle age or the middle stage, right? I'm talking about our middle schoolers here, right? I'm talking about kids 11, even all the way up to high school. I've even seen adults enjoy this gift, guys. And this gift is a maze box, right? This is a unisex gift. This gift is excellent. It beats a gift card because they get to play a game. It's like a 2-for-1 things, right? So they get to play a game as well as receive money or whatever you decide to put in the center of this box. Now, I will say one of the caveats to this thing is the prize space that you have. It's not a whole lot of space, right? Like, I'm not sure you can fit a gift card in the center of here, but definitely money or some type of folded down certificate, or even just a really tiny gift, y'all, because I'm showing you a close-up of the hole here, or even a really tiny gift that will fit through that hole will be perfect for this. And again, this is unisex gift because they come in all different colors, and I will link them down below in the description bar. For my guys watching, right? Y'all swear up and down women are so hard to buy for, right? But I don't believe we are, because I'm about to put you on game and give you some stuff that women in your life would absolutely love, right? So the first thing we're going to talk about is Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has a lot of their Christmas decor, y'all, 60% off. And so this little drummer boy toy cost me $7.99 to get, right? I love the fact that this wood is natural wood, meaning that you can paint or stain this wood based on the decor of the person that you're giving it to, right? So if your person that you're giving this to loves, you know, all black, you know, trinkets, you could definitely paint or stain this black. If they love the natural wood that this is, you can leave this natural. Or if they like a darker stain like a walnut or a you know, cherry type wood, you can definitely stain it to that, right? But I personally like to give gifts that people can grow with, right? So I love to give people the natural wood, and the way I would gift this is with a bow. I would stick a bow on here and gift it like that. Isn't that so cute? So yeah, that's another idea, guys. And again, this is less than $10. And then back to my other store that starts with the H, right? HomeGoods, y'all. HomeGoods has an amazing candle section. Like, look at these candles, y'all. These are absolutely beautiful, absolutely high-end looking, luxe looking. And I just wanted to give you guys a tip. Whenever you are purchasing candles for people as gifts, just a rule of thumb, y'all, get a black candle, especially one that smells good. Nothing says anything more than luxe than a black candle with silver, tracings or embellishments on it, or even gold details on it. These, y'all, look very luxe. They smell amazing. This smaller round candle is $6.99, y'all. So for $6.99, you can get a luxe, smell good candle that people will absolutely love. Or you can get this other one. This one was $9.99, y'all, less than $10. And this candle also smells amazing. And I will, there's no way I can link these down below, guys, but I will write the name and the prices of these if you are interested in seeing if you can hunt down and find these in your local HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, or Marshall. So for women, especially women that are hard to shop for, I have 2 more gifts to add to that list that you could potentially get this year. The first one is a candle warmer, y'all. These things smell amazing, y'all. When you put the right candle underneath. I love the fact that the candle lasts, y'all, a lot longer. You don't get that burnt smell that you get with a flame candle. These, again, you can get them in any kind of aesthetic to fit, that person's decor style. I have linked a few decor styles below that you can use. Also, the next gift that I have up for women is an electric picture frame, especially for the special woman in your life. Especially if you guys have kids, you can already download the app, add these pictures on there. That way it's plugged in and it's ready to go, and she could just add, more pictures to it. Especially if you add meaningful pictures in there, you guys, or meaningful videos on these electric picture frames. Y'all giving y'all fellas some ideas, right? But especially if you add in those extra special touches with these gifts. And also with the candle warmer, guys, remember I told you about 2 candles earlier on in the video that you can get from TJ Maxx, HomeGoods, or Marshalls. Again, these candles are $10 or less, and you can go ahead and add the candles so they can burn their first candle with these candle warmers, y'all. Again, very popular this season. If they don't have one, I recommend getting them a candle warmer. If they don't have an electric picture frame, I recommend getting those. And then one last gift that I have for you all, I'll pop this up on the screen here because I'm throwing a lot at you, right? I'm giving you a lot of ideas, right? So you can't say I don't know what to get this year because I have you covered, right? So the last thing, again, that you can get for the woman in your life is, and really this can be a unisex gift, but it's these countertop digital planners. I love these things because you can also add pictures to these things. Some of them get really technical and you can add, music or get Wi-Fi connection to, play music. A lot of these you can add recipes to them. Again, these are perfect, y'all. And again, I will link a couple below that are mid-range, like in the $50, $60 range, to some that are close to $100 or a little over $100. Again, it depends on what you want this technology to do, but the main base of this technology is a planner. So she can plan out her week, especially if she has a busy schedule and has kids that have a busy schedule as well, and she has to, keep up with all of that. She has this planner right then and there that will help her keep up with her busy. So let's talk about the most hardest gender to purchase gifts for, right? I believe y'all, ladies, shall I say, I believe the men have this one in the bag, right? Men are the hardest to buy Christmas gifts for, right? But have no fear. That's what I'm here for today, is to give you ideas on what to buy the men in your life, right? So let's go back to thinking about what the men do, right? During the day, we have some men that work outside. We have some men that work in the office, right? So we got to think about things that they could use, especially when they have their downtime, right, when they get off, right, which is what I call their unwinding time, right? So let's talk about some things that they could potentially use on the job, right? So For gifts, if they work outside, they can use cold weather, socks. They can use gloves that warm up. They also have like long johns or like jumpsuits that have the warming feature in it. They also have blankets. Let's just say that they work outside, but maybe they sit like in a car or in some kind of like cab of a machine or something like that. And they have cigarette lighters. You can also get warming blankets with cigarette lighters, as the plugs for it. I mean, the ideas are endless on what you can get for men that work outside, right? Also, look down at their boots, ladies. Are they steel-toe boots, wearing out? Is it that time to replace them again? Maybe you can replace the steel-toe boots as well, depending on their role in your life. All right, so let's examine the men that work in the office, right? So to make their life easy, what I did for my brother one year, he works in the office, is I purchased a soup warming bowl that he could plug in at his desk, and he could warm up, soups. He could keep his hot chocolate warm if he wanted to keep his hot chocolate warm. And I'll make sure to link some of those items down below in the description bar. Again, this is like an on-the-go, crock pot, but it's like super small. It's like a single serving size of it. I mean, the ideas are endless for what you can do with that single serving size, right? Let's also think about not just what they do on the jobs, but what they do after work, right? Men and just people these days are all about self-care, right? Men love self-care too, ladies. So let's think about what they do after work, right? So let's venture to HomeGoods, Marshalls, and TJ Maxx. They have all kinds of kits for men after work, right? The Crown, decanters with the glasses kit. They also have the Crown smoker kits, right? So where you can smoke your drink after work, right? So they have that as well, that you could use to purchase, be a great gift to purchase. Also, for the men that are on their feet a lot, you could purchase a foot bath, with all of the fixings to go in a foot bath, the soaps. You could purchase Epsom salt to help, soothe aching feet. I mean, there are so many things that you could do to include with the foot bath, or just a foot bath in general. You could just purchase them a foot bath. Y'all, I will promise you, men, this is like a unisex gift here. Self-care, nobody will turn down a self-care gift, okay? Also, the under the eye patches that you can put to kind of cool and soothe and relax you. I'll make sure to link some down below in the description bar. Facial mask, of course. You can get bubble bath items, as well for self-care. You can also purchase really cute self-care journals with pens. You can get affirmation journals, as well. So, I mean, the ideas are endless to what you can, purchase as a Christmas gift for men and for women. One of the things I love as well is grooming kits, right, for men. They have beard grooming kits, for men. They have facial kits for men as well. I mean, ladies, they will love these kits. So just think about some of the things that they do after work, or like they like to do when they unwind after they get home from work. And for my men that don't, drink or smoke, you can, of course, get them a self-care kit or some type of grooming kit, whether that be a bearded grooming kit or, some type of facial self-care grooming kit. So that is, let's talk about couples now, right? All right, so for my couples that drink, let's start there first, right? Okay, so you can buy couples wine tasting kits, or you can make a wine tasting kit yourself, right? You can get a couple of bottles of wine, or maybe if you want to splurge, get a third bottle of wine and have a wine tasting kit if the couple loves wine. If they like beer and wine, maybe do half and half, get maybe 2 bottles of wine and then 2 things of beer for them to try, and you can put that together and mail it to them in a cute basket. You can also put this in some shrink wrap, real cute with the bow on it. I mean, the possibilities with how to style this is endless, right? Another idea is if the couple does not drink, right? So if they do not drink, then you can purchase food making kits, right? And I like to stick to the pastas, right? Pasta is real simple because all you have to do is include the of course pasta in there. A lot of the pasta sauces will make it through the shipping, or it's something that doesn't need to be refrigerated. You can get all of the dry ingredients for a pasta that they could make, right? Or even a soup. You could get all the dry ingredients for a soup that they will need, and then you can include a little cute printout. And you can glue this to some construction paper, or you can make a really nice template for free on Canva about the recipe, and send them the recipe for a cute pasta dish. You know what I'm saying? Or you can get them a cookbook, and you can bookmark one of the recipes, and you can include all of the items from the recipe out of that cookbook. So it's like a 2-for-1 gift for that couple. So those are some ideas that you can do as far as gift giving guide. I did want to add one last gift that you can gift a couple that they will love as well. Is I absolutely love y'all. They feel amazing. My guests say they feel amazing. You can get them monogrammed towels. I do not know a couple that will say no to monogram towels, right? So I have linked a classic set below that will fit anybody's decor, right? This set is beautiful. It comes in many different colors. I recommend the teal blue color, but like I said, I don't think you will have a couple out there that will turn these towels down. And then last but not least, we talked about everybody that is working, out in the field. As far as like gift ideas to get them, I did want to acknowledge my stay-at-home parents. Think about what they go through day to day, especially if they're taking care of a lot of kids, or they stay home with a lot of kids during the day. Some of the things you can get them again is those self-care kits, guys. A lot of stay-at-home parents are on their feet, fixing meals and keeping the house clean and tidy and things. So you might want to get them a foot bath, or a foot massager. You also might want to give them some bubble bath things. So y'all, I will say for the stay-at-home parent, self-care items are the perfect items to get, right? So definitely think about that. As far as stay-at-home parents as well, or even working parents, you can get meal delivery kits delivered to them, or maybe you can get a Grubhub, some type of delivery service. Some type of food delivery service, gift card. Maybe you could pay for a subscription or something like that for a year for them to get, different meals. So the ideas again are endless. Again, I hope this helped you guys out today. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about this list. What were some of your favorite items, or what were some items that you plan on gifting that I have named this season? Okay guys, I'm sharing this for the gift giving guide because these containers, y'all, are not that expensive. They're pretty inexpensive. And a lot of those things that I talked about today that you want to gift to people, if you don't have a container to put it in or a bag, this would be really cute as well to gift a lot of the hot cocoa items in, or just anything that you need a kit for. And one of the things that I love that I think everybody should have on hand as far as gift giving for every Christmas, y'all, is ribbon, right? Ribbon and bows, because you can dress this up with ribbon and a bow and make it really cute and festive for the holiday season. So make sure that if you take any of my advice today, that is definitely that one, and you definitely keep ribbon and bow on hand to spruce up a lot of your gift giving. All right, y'all. So again, stay tuned for my next video. It will be the eggnog daiquiri, and I hope you guys enjoy. Happy holidays. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this gift giving guide as well as these hosting tips, y'all. And if you are a guest, some guest tips as well. Again, stay tuned. I will be making my eggnog daiquiri tomorrow, so you'll want to come back for that. Check my post that I have for a list of the ingredients if you want to purchase them all before tomorrow. All right, y'all. So stay tuned for my next video. See you later. Bye-bye.